everybody, I'm Tiffany and today I am doing a movie review after a really long time of not doing any movie reviews or book reviews. But I had to deal with school. The month of May was just crazy because of course finals are happening, every class is wrapping up, so everything just kind of piled on, you know, like one right after the other again and again and again until it was like, ah! And so I couldn't really do any videos and stuff because I couldn't find the time to sit down and edit. The point is that May was a super busy month for me, so I am really sorry about that, but I knew coming into the summer that I'd have so much more time to actually sit down and focus on these videos and really get this intact. So I'm determined this summer to keep up with my videos. Hair in my mouth. As for my blog, I don't know if any of you read it, but you probably saw that it got taken down. I took it down just because I needed to revamp my blog. It just got off track. There will still be a blog about my videos and keeping you updated on all of that still. And I'll definitely still keep you updated on acting stuff if you want that's going on in my life, but just needed to revamp it and wipe the slate clean and kind of do a refresh this summer. So I am so excited to get into this. For the first movie back from my little month break, I am reviewing the new movie that just came out, Ocean's 8. This is a remake of Ocean's 11. If you have not seen the original, it is fantastic. Stars George Clooney and a bunch of other awesome people, and it was amazing. And there's an Ocean's 12 and an Ocean's 13. So it was a trilogy that was really popular a couple years back. I think they're on Netflix too. The movie industry decided to revamp this series by doing a movie that starred all women, because the original trilogy starred all men. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. It still had the same vibe as the original trilogy had, which I absolutely loved. I love Sandra Bullock, hands down. I will see anything she's in. She is amazing. I think the plot could have been a little bit better, but overall it was still a super fun movie. It's not as good as the original, but it was still super duper entertaining and all of the women did fantastic in it. Like I said, it has the same vibe and that cool feel that the original movie does. I just think the plot could have been a little bit more complicated, I think, and that would have made the movie 10 times better. Don't go into it over analyzing it. That's just gonna ruin it for you. Just have fun and realize that all of these women kick butt in this industry, and this movie is amazing. Girl power. For those of you who want statistics, this has a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb right now. This is a new release, so this rating could go up or down as time goes on. But right now, while I am filming this, it is a 6.3. I think it deserves a little bit higher. I still think it should be in like the 6s range, because that's still good on IMDb. It just means you're not like mind-blowing epic. But I think it should be more on the top part of the 6s, not the bottom part. I feel like it deserves a 6.8, 6.9, and my personal opinion from other movies that I've seen on IMDb and their ratings, I would give it around a 6.8, 6.9. For those of you who want a synopsis and have no idea what the whole Ocean's franchise is about, the original trilogy followed this group of guys as they tried to pull off an almost impossible heist. This one has that same type of plot where these women band together to try and pull off this almost impossible heist in order to get a lot of money in their bank, and also for revenge a little. But you have to watch the movie to figure out what the revenge is. And I'm not going to spoil you. No. George Clooney played Danny Ocean, Sandra Bullock plays Debbie Ocean. She plans this heist with a bunch of awesome women, and her mission is to pull it off because she's been thinking about this and planned this heist for years while she's been in prison. For those of you who want to know the actors, it stars, of course, Sandra Bullock, stars Kate Blanchett, Sarah Paulson, Anne Hathaway, Mindy Kaling, Rihanna, who did a great job, Awkwafina, and James Corden is the other one I know. All the other actors I don't really know, but those girls that I listed at the beginning, Sandra Bullock to Awkwafina, that group, those are your main characters in this story. It definitely has some weird castings. You don't see Rihanna in a lot of movies, though she was in Battleship, and she has done an animated movie. Is it called Home? Awkwafina, I didn't know who Awkwafina was. I will fully admit that. I'm sorry if there's a lot of Awkwafina fans out there. Overall, everybody did a really great job, and I think they nailed it. That is really all I can tell you guys without spoiling you willy-nilly. So if you don't want to get spoiled, go away. I love you though. and go watch this movie. It's in theaters still right now. And if you don't see it in theaters, well then you can probably get it on Redbox or Netflix or on demand whenever it comes out. Just watch it and then come back and then we can talk about all the feels and everything that happened in there together. Okay? Okay. Bye non-spoilery people. Goodbye. Don't go robbing stuff, okay? That's not a good thing to do. I really, really did enjoy this movie. Sandra Bullock's character as Debbie Ocean was absolutely fantastic. I loved the connection that they had between her and George Clooney's character, Danny Ocean. They did a really good job of acknowledging the prior movies and didn't just completely revamp it. They connected it to it, which I thought was really, really cool. Fun story, though. I went with my parents to go watch this movie. You know pretty much off the bat, if you've watched the movies, who Danny Ocean is, so you pretty much understand that Sandra Bullock's character is the sister of Danny Ocean. Debbie and Danny Ocean are siblings. And there's this part in this movie where you see a picture of George Clooney. And so my mom randomly laughs and goes, "Ha, George Clooney." And I look at her and I go, "Well, yeah, of course they have a picture of George Clooney." And she says, "What do you mean?" And I tell her, "They're brother and sister." And her mind got epically blown. She did not understand this at the beginning of the movie. And I was just sitting there trying not to laugh so hard. This is about halfway through the movie and she just realized this connection. I was laughing so hard just to see her face go like that. I'm like, what? We learned this at the beginning where she's at the grave site staring at his tombstone. My dad and I were just trying so hard not to crack up because we didn't need to crack up really loudly in the movie theater and piss people off. But oh my god, that was really, really funny. I really enjoyed seeing some cameos from people from the previous movies. You see Ruben, and then you also see Yen, who was the acrobat dude in the first one. That was really cool to see them. I really liked those cameos. I for sure thought George Clooney was going to pop up, though, in all honesty. That's what it felt like. At the very, very end, where she's sitting there and she has her little drink with her and is drinking a toast to him and saying, "You would have loved it," which was a great ending, by the way. I did like that. I totally thought he was going to pop out, though. I would have loved that, just to see him slowly walk up behind her and you just see him standing there. And then she says that. Oh, that would have been so cool. I think it would be awesome if you could do a crossover between the people from the original trilogy, getting all of them back, though I know Bernie Mac isn't around and I'm so sorry, I miss him. And then also have the woman from Ocean's 8. That would be, oh, that would be amazing and make my life. Sandra Bullock, George Clooney, team up. All of the characters were super unique and quirky, and I really, really loved it. Each introduction I thought was really good. I liked Cate Blanchett's character a lot. I wish we could have gotten a little bit more backstory on Lou and Debbie and just how they met and how they really started doing this crime spree stuff together. I think that's the main thing, is that yes, you have some people who have never really met before, and so they hire them that way, but there are a couple people in there that already know each other from prior crime sprees, I guess. That's great connections right there. I wanted to see a little bit more of the relationship between Lou and Debbie. It was strong. You do see that they've known each other for a while, but you really only see one flashback, which is where they show Debbie getting screwed over by that jerk dude who got what was coming for him. That was amazing. I love that. Other than that flashback where you kind of see that they were a known duo pulling off these little heists here and there, you don't really see more of their relationship prior to this heist. And I think that would have backed it even more. There's this part where Lou goes off on Debbie because she realizes who in the world she's aiming for now, which is the guy that screwed her over, and she almost quits and is saying, "You don't work a job inside a job," and she gets really, really mad about it. And I feel like if you had more of that backstory and maybe the impact it had on Lou, I think that would have made it even stronger. Same also with Tammy, who I think is played by Sarah Paulson. She's known Debbie previously. That one wasn't as important, but I would have loved to see a little scene, maybe where she helped Lou and Debbie out at one point. I'm not really sure. I think that would have been really fun. So those were the three mainly that you kind of knew each other, and then the others you kind of dropped hints that they maybe knew each other a little bit, but not a lot. The only maybe other character was Mindy Kaling because Debbie knew her dad. So the original movie doesn't do flashbacks like that either. You don't get a complete explanation on how these two characters met, but I don't know. It's just a little bit different. I feel like it would have given more oomph to it. Maybe in the original too, I don't know. The heist was basically trying to steal this necklace that was worth a ton of money, and the way they stole it was separating it and then wearing it out of the gala. It was a cool plot, but the heist itself was not complicated enough. What made the original so good was that this heist had so many different complicated elements to it. You had like 5,000 security systems you had to go through, and then on top of that, you just had to plan out this whole crazy scenario in order to get out of it and somehow end up as the SWAT team carrying the bags of money out. Like, that's how crazy the first heist was in that first movie, which made it so spectacular. This one, it felt a little bit too easy to do. And I get it. Girls kick butt that way and make things look easy. So I understand that. But I do wish the heist itself had more layers to it and was more complex. Once you got the necklace off of Anne Hathaway's character, it was pretty easy. And I didn't feel like they had a ton of conflict. The biggest one was the guy almost walking in on Mindy Kaling, breaking up the jewelry, and that was it. The walkout was awesome though, because you felt their swagger and they were like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, we did it, let's go. I look fabulous, but I still feel like there should have been more to it. And they kind of tried to do that at the end with the other pieces of jewelry in the gala. So that was cool, and then you got to see Yen do his acrobat stuff again, which was so cool. That was a really nice treat. I just love that. Besides that, there wasn't really a ton much else to it. I understand she's supposed to have thought this out for 5 years in prison, and then is able to probably pull it off effortlessly because she's figured out every little scenario. But I feel like there should have been something a little bit more that went astray. The thing that only really went astray, like I said, was the part where the guy is going towards Mindy Kaling in the bathroom, so they have to pull out the fake necklace a little bit earlier than they intended. And I think that was one element in Ocean's 11, the original, that was really interesting, is that maybe the whole plan did go pretty much 100% smooth, but as an audience member, you weren't completely sure if this was part of the plan, if this was not part of the plan, what was going on. And then at the very end, you find out every single little point was figured out. Where in this one, it just felt so smooth. There was nothing getting in the way of them actually accomplishing this. I did love James Corden's character at the end, though. I thought he was really funny. And he ends up helping her frame her ex-lover, which I thought was absolutely fabulous. I think they did a great job with the backstory between them two. Even though it was quick, you could see everything that happened, you could understand the love she had for him and how she wants to betray him now. I just think it was really well done, that aspect. You understood why she wanted this revenge. You got it, and you were feeling it with her. Anne Hathaway's character, I did like the twist at the end where she becomes a part of the heist. The poster is a lot more explained now, I must say, because the poster was confusing me, because I was looking at it, and in the trailer, I was saying, well, she's not part of it. She's the victim, really, of it all, but she actually is a part of it, which is cool. The only little thing is that I wish they had given a better explanation, because the way they explained it when she walks in is that she was catching on, and so then they brought her in. I think it would have been cooler if she was just automatically in on it from the beginning, and then Debbie and Lou didn't end up telling the rest of the crew that she was a part of it. That I think would have been really cool, instead of her kind of coming in last minute. I thought everybody did a really great job in this movie. Each character was super distinct. Helena Bonham Carter did a fantastic job. Rihanna did, Awkwafina. Just every character had its own unique quirk to it, which I really liked. I think Awkwafina's character could have been a little bit more developed. She didn't have as big of a role in this heist as she could have had. That is really all I have to say about this movie. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for being patient and sticking with me. I've watched and kept track of your comments and subscribers and everything, and I really do appreciate you all sticking around, truly. It means a whole lot to me. Thank you for supporting me and just being awesome supporters. Thank you. If you haven't seen Ocean's 8 and you stuck through the spoilers for some reason, still go and watch it. It's a great movie. It's one thing me telling you. It's a whole other thing watching it yourself and getting your own opinion. And let me know what you thought of the movie too in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I will definitely have my blog up soon if it's not up already. That way you'll be able to keep up on updates on whether I'm going to have videos a certain week or if I'm not, and what's going on, and my acting career, and all of that wonderful stuff. If you do have any other book or movie recommendations, you can leave them in the comments below. I write them all down. Also, if you have any TV suggestions too, I am trying to be better about watching my shows. I'll probably start doing review for TV soon. probably season by season, so those will take longer and be not as consistent. But I do want to watch some good TV shows as well. I have watched a lot of TV, but there's always more to watch because there's so much stuff out there right now. Thank you so much for joining me. Leave your suggestions in the comments below. And have an awesome day, evening, afternoon, whatever time of the day you're watching this, and don't forget to be awesome. Alright, goodbye! Wah!